Welcome, haunters. I'm your host, Ed Gannon, professional haunter, Something Wicked Productions, Haunt Dogs, also Wicked Amusements. That's a lot of stuff. And in this episode of Something Wicked, we'll talk about tools of the trade, the secret weapons monsters use to scare you. No matter how stalwart a patron may be, it is usually possible to startle them with the proper setup. While this may take a little more effort to get their guard down, once ready, you can hammer them with motion, light, and sound. For decades, the industry standard go-to guaranteed tool for a haunt actor to get a reaction out of someone has been the chainsaw. While you can't argue with the results, many believe this is like giving up. What I mean is, it's kind of easy to get a scare for those who will be scared by such, but for those who won't, or are desensitized to it, it's got the opposite effect. Especially if it's a real chainsaw with all the fumes around. There are plenty of other options out there, and we're going to talk about them. For noisy props, there are horns and whistles. Loud air horns, either the old squeeze bulb type, all the way up to the ones on a cordless drill. Some have LEDs, so you get light and sound for the scare. Very effective and very loud. Quick note here, and I mention it often. Blasting loud noises in someone's ear, like horns or yelling, is not scary. It's my own opinion. It's not scary. It's annoying, or even painful. And it's definitely not fun for the patron. Like I always say, we are in the entertainment business. We want patrons to leave with an experience, not a headache. And if you still think it's scary to blast someone's ear, keep in mind, that makes people angry. Anger and fear can't exist in the same brain at the same time. So they may have been scared, but you just blasted them out of it, and out of a possible great experience.
You're killing me!
Whistles are good, especially if they fit the theme or character, but they can also be effective mimicking other creatures or sounds. Perfect examples are the Aztec death whistles that I sell through Haunt Dogs. If you've never heard them, they sound like this. They're supposed to sound like 1,000 people screaming at once. It's a 4-chamber whistle, so it has 4 separate tones, which bounce off objects at different rates. The effect indoors is it often sounds as if it's behind you, and outdoors it can be difficult to locate its source. Perfect for haunting. Other whistles like bird calls, owl whistles, and the like can be eerily effective. I have several line entertainment characters that have portable sound systems on them, so they have their own soundtrack. For example, I developed a 50s couple, zombie girl with a poodle skirt and her beau with a Letterman jacket, and you knew they were coming as 50 songs preceded them.
Well, where can my baby be? The Lord took her away from me. She's gone to heaven, so I got to be good, so I can see my baby when I leave this world.
And sudden jitterbugging zombies would invade your space. Great conversation starter. I had a similar setup for our frozen Titanic ghost couple playing string quartet music.
Gentlemen, it has been a privilege playing with you tonight.
My buddy Blood character, lounge singing Vegas vampire, all right, sings along to crooner tunes with my own parody lyrics entertaining the crowd. Some of the actor sound components are old school with MP3 players and personal speakers, and some are triggerable with push-button systems like the small but loud Minion actor sound system by VFX. At $350, it's not at the top of the price range, but will be out of the budget of many actors, and it is pretty amazing. It does have a small memory though, so no big files, but 6, expandable to 12, scary sounds are ready to go at the push of a button. My buddy over at Gore Galore has a similar setup, very loud, built tough, but a bit more bulky. It comes with a chest harness containing a 12-volt 9CAD rechargeable battery pack and a 2GB sound card to put hours of audio on. This also is push-button activated with many sounds for $598. Meant to go under big bulky costumes, it's extra loud for hours. Other sound scares, like the Fear Fan, I also sell for $30, create a loud noise when snapped open and can imitate bird or bat wings taking flight when fluttered open and closed. The thing I like best about these is they don't sound human. They're not a person making noises. It's something else. For many years, shaker cans have been used in California and Florida. You know where. A simple tin can with some steel BBs in it and sealed back up and shaken in the dark will still get a scare. I make clacker gloves, which are amazingly useful and effective, $75. They're fitted work gloves, the good kind, not the ones that fall off your hand like a paper bag, and they have metal fingertips attached. These could be clacked together to make metal clinking noise or to run along any number of hard surfaces to create more sounds. Great for sliding too, which is another tool haunters use. Sliding gloves, knee pads, elbow pads, and the like. The sliding gloves have an additional metal piece on the palm to take your weight on concrete or blacktop. With the addition of magnesium devices to the upper palm, the actor can lightly and quickly run their hand along any porous surface like brick, concrete, or blacktop to create bright orange sparks. Sliding near a group of patrons will always get a good reaction, especially because you're locomoting in a way that humans usually can't or don't. But be careful not to bowl guests over. Light is a great tool for scaring and hiding. Oh yes, you can hide in light. Ever see a laser vortex tunnel? The light is a cone facing the guests, and that's all they can see. But any monsters outside of that cone, or under it, can see perfectly well, just picking their moment to strike. Bright lights do the same. Stand behind one, and you see everything while guests get their night vision taken away. Then, bam! You pop out, and they can barely even see you. Light harnesses worn around your neck that light your face at the touch of a button are incredibly effective in the dark. Now they see you, now they don't. Same goes for LEDs in a mask on a button. Best from far away, they foretell of night creatures with reflective eyes that can see in the dark when you can't. UV neck lights can be used in conjunction with UV contact lenses or UV contact lens dye to totally blow your guests away. Human eyes don't glow, you know. I've been using this trick for decades, and it's amazing. I sell those UV dye strips too. Check out Ed Gannon on Facebook, and you'll see them in my profile pic. My eyes are just glowing yellow. It's incredible. Other props you will see around, like fake knives, giant hammers, canes, chains, or pipes, require a special someone to use them correctly. If you have an actor that doesn't speak, can't speak, or just doesn't have the talent for the improv good haunt acting requires, I ask that you give second thoughts to handing that actor a fake knife or something to hit something with and tell them to go be scary. I see it all the time, all over the country. I'll be honest, it makes me a little sad. It's not that the actor isn't trying, it's that they don't have the correct tools for the job. Not everyone is going to have the talent to be a line entertainer. We all realize that. But with a little more effort on our part, even your mildest actor can be made more effective. One tool I don't see used enough in our haunt actor arsenal is intensity and timing used correctly. An actor does not need to recite Shakespeare to be effective. Pop out at the right moment, and half their work is done. Most importantly, pop right back out of sight, wait a second, pick their next target, then pop out again, and they're already better prepared than most who have the longest dialogues. Give the actor that needs a little extra oomph some of your time, a little coaching, and it will make a world of difference. Usually.
Whoa, stop right there.
In martial arts, you don't even pick up a weapon until you master yourself first. Haunting should be the same. Before the actor is handed a tool to scare, they should be able to do some of that without it. What happens if that prop breaks? We've all seen it. That actor is totally lost and often feels ineffective without it. Props should be there to enhance a performance, not replace it. Can it put bang in your show? Abso-freaking-lutely. But if an inexperienced actor uses that prop inappropriately or naively, they could hurt patrons or themselves. Almost as bad, they just may be ineffective. And lastly, any prop or device that destroys your scenery, sets, props, or costumes is not effective. I say it is not effective. Destroying the show is not scary. The first guest should have the opportunity to get the same experience as your last guest with the same visuals. Destroyed sets just look like crap, not like a monster lives there.
Yeah, it's like somebody literally wrote down my worst nightmare and then charged me $32 to see it.
If you want loud banging, crunching, crashing things, create things to bang on and create things to bang them with that will never come in contact with a guest. A little common sense goes a long way. So many things can be used by actors to get good scares beyond their own voices and foot stomps. I believe this will never stop evolving. And if you have some I missed, please feel free to write me a note on Facebook, Ed Gannon, now in Boston, or through email, edgwicked@aol.com. Well, look at the time. All right, we'll wrap up this segment for now. In future episodes, we'll talk about more aspects of professional haunting, their methods, philosophies, how-tos, and so much more. But I see our moments here are up, so until next time, be safe. This is Wick-Ed Gannon, www.somethingwickedproductions.com, saying, have a wicked day.
I'm going now. Heaven help you.
Please like and follow the podcast. Stalk us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Links in the description. And help us by sharing Hauntcast with all your haunted Halloween brethren. Until next time, stay scary.